What's up, everybody? And today we are reacting to SCP-049. This is the Plague Doctor, and it's by the Exploring series. Don't know much about this. I've seen the masks before that these Plague Doctors have, back when the plague was going around Europe. So I'll be intrigued to see what this one is all about. And for those of you who haven't been watching my reactions to SCP videos, I'm currently writing one. And I'm having a ton of fun doing it. And hopefully it will get out there one day, maybe, if I like it, but we'll see about that. But before we get started, as per usual, members, you're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. I honestly couldn't make videos every single day if it wasn't for you, members, so thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. Links down below to all the usual stuff, including my socials and my 2 Discord links, my military link and my geek link. Obviously the military one is for all things military, getting fit for the military and all that good stuff, and the geek one is for everything else: SCP, Halo, Metro, Warhammer, Star Wars, D&D, you name it, it's all in there, guys. Also, link down below to my podcast, my Twitch stream where I stream Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and my second channel where if you cannot catch the streams, we upload it onto the second channel, the geek channel, and there'll be a link down below for that as well. Okay, but for now, I guess let's shut up. Oh, and there'll be a link down below, obviously, to the original video. Please go and share the original video. Some love, like their stuff, subscribe to them, and all that good stuff. But for now, let's shut up and let's react to the Plague Doctor.
SCP-049, Plague Doctor. The Great Plague was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, killing tens of millions of people in the Eastern Hemisphere, and reshaping history in the process.
I like the channels that use really creepy creepy pictures. It gets me in that vibe. Do you know what I mean? It gets me in that mood. Oh, I love it.
And reshaping history in the process. Cities affected by the plague would often hire plague doctors to come in and treat as many people as possible. These doctors would often be inexperienced and lack professional training, and would rarely cure anyone, but merely record how many people were affected by the plague.
Yeah.
In the 1600s,
oh, it's creepy.
Began wearing special outfits.
It's creepy.
Consisting of an overcoat, a mask, and a long beaked nose.
So I actually know a little bit about that beak. They would put some sort of herb in there, I'm pretty sure. The beak's there to put a herb in. I think they thought was good against the plague. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I did a tour in Edinburgh, in Mary King's Close, which is the underground streets that got locked off during the plague, and I'm pretty sure I learned it there, which was fantastic. It's supposed to be haunted. I didn't see anything. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Nose. The nose portion would contain herbs, spices, and flowers, which the doctors believe would prevent the sickness from entering their bodies.
Who would have thought? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a genius, guys. I'm a genius.
This basic summary should provide the necessary background info for SCP-049, a highly anomalous plague doctor. While it shares some similarities with the historical plague doctor, the differences make it one of the most intriguing of the SCPs. An investigation into a string of disappearances in a French town led authorities to a local home, where they discovered a man dressed as a plague doctor, along with a number of hostile, reanimated corpses.
Okay.
The police terminated the hostiles, while the plague doctor watched and took notes in his journal. Afterwards, the Foundation became notified and took the entity into containment. The entity, designated SCP-049, claims to have originated in 15th century France, and speaks
pretty old then. This thing's pretty old.
A number of languages, notably medieval French and English. The Foundation discovered that, although it possesses a humanoid skeletal structure, the Plague Doctor outfit is actually part of its physiology, apparently having grown out of its body, including the robes, gloves, and mask.
That's really creepy.
Interestingly, SCP-049's mask is not the same as the traditional Plague Doctor mask, but is instead reminiscent of a Zani mask from Italian theater.
That's cool.
SCP-049 is generally cordial and respectful to Foundation personnel, originally appreciative to be amongst fellow doctors.
So a sound guy then. Seems like a sound guy. Yeah. Seems like a sound guy. I'd love to meet him.
It soon becomes quite clear that 049 is obsessed with discovering a cure for the so-called pestilence, also referred to as the scourge and the great dying. When asked if it means the bubonic plague, it remarks that it doesn't know what that is.
Interesting.
049's most anomalous trait is that its physical touch causes instant termination of biological functions in any living organism. This is especially dangerous due to 049's behavior when it believes it detects the presence of the pestilence. When it believes an organism to be infected, 049 will kill it with a touch, and then proceed to experiment on the corpse.
That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Using an anomalously expansive doctor's bag that's always found on its person, 049 will perform a variety of crude surgical procedures, including rearranging organs and appendages, and introducing strange fluids to the body. While not always successful, most of the time these procedures will cause the corpse to reanimate. The reanimated corpses seem to retain none of their prior memories or mental faculties, and possess only basic motor functions.
Zombies. The zombies.
These entities are generally very passive if left undisturbed,
The zombies.
but can retaliate if provoked, or if 049 directs them to attack something, becoming exceptionally aggressive.
That's horrific.
049 will write down all of the results in its journal in an unknown language, commenting that they are now cured, although their biological functions are vastly different than what our science currently understands.
These pictures are so creepy. Well done to this dude for getting this together. Link down below to his video. Please go and give it a like because he totally deserves it.
Sometimes 049 will experiment multiple times on the same corpse, reanimating it more than once.
How can you
It
do that?
continues to ask for more subjects to experiment on, especially humans, as it believes it continually grows closer to a perfect cure.
Interesting.
So, what is the pestilence? While it's never explicitly explained in the article, there are implications and theories. We can likely rule out any sort of biological contagion or infection, at least as far as we understand it, as 049 claims that the pestilence is the only ailment that exists in the world of men.
Interesting.
One of the popular theories is that the pestilence is death.
That makes
or
sense.
mortality, as it would be a problem that affects practically every living creature.
That makes sense.
Although the biological functions of the reanimated corpses aren't very well understood by the Foundation, it's possible that they are biologically immortal, effectively cured of death. Unfortunately,
Jeez, that picture's terrifying. That makes sense. Like he's trying to cure people from death, and he ends up just killing them and keeping them alive like zombies. That makes sense. I like that idea. I mean, I don't like it. I don't want it to happen to me, but I think it's a cool idea.
there are a number of holes in this theory based on 049's words. When first discussing the plague, he tells the doctor to think beyond amateur terms like life and death, and to expand his horizons. Later, when discussing one of the reanimated corpses, he explains that the creature is now clean and is unable to spread the pestilence. Overall, 049 seems to throw around the term death fairly loosely, for him to not just say that's what the pestilence is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another theory is that the pestilence is instead aging, which does fit slightly better, although it perhaps makes even less sense when considering the idea of spreading the pestilence.
Right.
Yet another theory relates the pestilence to SCP-2718, a terrifying cognitohazard that causes those who believe it to experience an everlasting torture upon death. Elimination of this disease would certainly be a noble effort, but it's one of the most highly classified SCPs known to the Foundation, with even the O5 Council not aware of it.
See, the last one, what was it, the shy guy, which was just a guy that didn't like his picture taken of him. there's not much mystery around that dude. It's scary, but there's not much mystery. I like this mystery. I like that unknown aspect to it. I think this is a really, really cool SCP. This actually might be one of my favorite SCPs.
It's pretty unlikely then so many individuals would be affected by it, including the head doctor studying 049, whom 049 suddenly decided was infected with it. Other theories include human emotion, but testing on animals wouldn't make much sense then, entities being on the verge of death, which 049 can detect somehow, or something else mimetic or not properly understood by humans. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter what the pestilence is, and it's just as likely that 049 is simply delusional.
Maybe.
As 049 continues to become
Ah,
one of
it's
the
so
most popular
creepy.
articles on the SCP Wiki, theories and discussions will likely continue to crop up. Really, what separates 049 from many other dangerous humanoid anomalies is its personality.
Okay.
Rather than being some monstrous, inexplicable entity that wishes for death and destruction, 049 is generally sociable and eloquent, and for the most part, seems to genuinely want to help humanity.
This is probably my favorite SCP. There's so much mystery around it. It's so different, and it's not dangerous in the same sense as what the rest of them are dangerous, where they'll kill you. This dude will kill you, but he thinks he's doing the right thing, and he's a good, like, he's not a bad person. He's trying to save humanity. I like that.
Although he did end up killing the main doctor involved in studying him, he is regretful that the pestilence apparently took hold in him, and was glad to be able to cure him of it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Perhaps the pestilence is very real, and 049 is one of our best hopes of defeating it. Perhaps 049 is like many of the plague doctors of old, little more than charlatans.
Yeah.
It does seem clear, though, that whatever 049 thinks the pestilence is, it believes that it is the cure.
That's creepy. That is creepy. You see things too simple, Doctor. Expand your horizons. Life and death, sickness and health. These are the amateur terms for amateur physicians. There is only one ailment that exists in the world of men, and that is pestilence, and nothing else. Make no mistake, we're very ill. All of. It says we're very ill. All of them. Oh, they were very. I'm an idiot. Jeez. They were very ill. All of them. Do you think you cured those people? Indeed. My cure is most effective. Why has the sound gone off? Isn't that weird? Well, either way, I'm happy with that. Let me pull my head up. That was great. That was probably my favorite SCP so far. There's a lot of mystery behind it. It's very there's a lot of trails that it gets people thinking. It gets discussion happening, and it gets people trying to solve something. And I like that rather than having something like the Shy Guy, which is still really cool. He just goes after people who, and there is a bit of mystery behind, like, why does he do it and so on. But with this one, it's like a direct mystery. While the Shy Guy is more of a why is he doing it? Like, why is he scratching people's faces out? This one's more of a what's his motive? What's this disease? Who is this person? How old is he? That is more interesting to me. Yeah, I like it, guys. I like it. Let me know in the comments what you think about me writing my own SCP. Are you interested in that? Is that something you want me to share with you guys? Members, you're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. Link will be down below for the original video. Please go over there and share some love with the channel because they definitely deserve it after that fantastic video. Links down below to my socials, including the 2 links to Discord, the military, and the geek. Also, link down below to my podcast, my Twitch stream where I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and my second channel, Original Human Geek. Until next time, guys, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.